What's up everybody, it's the dog here and I'm just doing a quick video on my 72-hour fast that I completed from the 26th to the 29th of March. I completed a 72-hour 3-day water fast, which is 3 days no food, just water. Basically I underwent the fast so that I could 1, lose weight, 2, push myself to think about the amount of food that I consume day to day, and basically as a mental challenge to challenge myself to, my brain versus my stomach, whether I had control or not control. And I took 3 main things from the fast. So the first thing is fasting is not a good tool for weight loss. I started the fast at just above 82 kilos and I finished at 78 kilos. So initially I thought, wow, this is really good. And obviously, I was exercising regularly during the fast, so obviously I'm going to lose weight. There's a massive calorie deficit and I lost 4 kilos in 3 days. Now, the reason that fasting for me wasn't a good weight loss tool is because when you come off the fast, you've got to be strict on what you eat. You can't just jump in and go, I've done a 3-day fast, let's have Chinese, is what I had on the Saturday evening. And what you've really got to do is for the 2 days after, 3 days after the fast is start by eating soups and raw vegetables and slowly move on up the scale from soups to just a few more hard foods, low fat, low calorie content foods. And obviously I ignored this, got Chinese on the Saturday and piled on the weight very quickly, and currently I'm still sat at about 82 kilos after the fast. So in terms of weight loss, for me it wasn't very good, and I wouldn't personally recommend it as a weight loss tool to anybody else. I think there are other benefits to a fast that I'll talk about in just a minute. The second thing that I learned from the fast, and sort of as a consequence of me trying to do it for weight loss as well as the mental battle, was that you shouldn't strain yourself to exercise loads while you're fasting. I ran 5k every day during the fast. I also did jiu-jitsu for 2 hours the first evening, including an hour of sparring. And then I did jiu-jitsu the following evening and I went to the sauna twice. Now, I just would not recommend doing that level of exercise. By all means, don't feel like you have to stop exercising. Don't feel like you can't exercise. If you've got the energy, go ahead. But on the 3rd day after my 5k run, I was wiped out, feeling faint every time I stood up. And I think this was a consequence of just doing too much over the period. My body was not used to the calorie deficit that was going on, and because I was straining to lose loads of weight, I was trying to exercise as much as possible to emphasize the gains. And you're gonna lose weight if you fast for 3 days. If you come off it properly, you'll sustain that weight loss, and the exercise is redundant in terms of that. So for me, don't strain yourself to exercise, but don't, feel like you can't exercise. And it sort of leads me nicely onto my last point, which is, for me, fasting is a meditation. So the third thing that I thought on reflection of my fast is that the biggest achievement during it is to conquer the mental battle. It's to realise that you are in charge of your body. It's to realise that, we don't need all of this food that we cram into our bodies the whole time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, eating 3 meals a day is wrong. I'm not saying, that I have the answers to dieting or to what we should or shouldn't eat. But in my opinion, I definitely eat too much, too frequently, and doing the fast made me realise that wasn't essential. And for me, doing a fast is a meditation. It's a mind over matter thing. It's learning about yourself. It's learning about your resilience to temptation. And as far as I'm concerned, if I was to do a fast again, as I said, I would not strain myself to exercise. I would not use it as a weight loss tool. I'd use it as a meditation and a tool to get to know my mind better, to get to know my body better. And if anything, I'd just cut the exercise out completely and fast for longer and really push the limits of my mind, because the overriding thing for me during the fast was I want food. I wanted food all the time, and when I wasn't busy, that's when it really attacked my mind. And that's when I felt that the fast was teaching me the most, was when I had nothing better to do. I was almost bored during the fast. That's when I was hungry. And I think that goes for most of the time during my day. You know, if I have a quiet moment during the day, then what will tend to happen is my mind will wander and I'll jump to food for satisfaction, for, you know, just pure desire rather than necessity or hunger. So yeah, that's just my quick video on my 3-day fast, guys. I recommend, you know, you give it a go if you're interested. I think it was a good experience overall, but as I say, you know, don't use it as a weight loss tool. I would use it as a meditation personally. Obviously there are other health benefits. I can't really talk about those. I'm no expert, but if you look up, there's various sources elsewhere. Sweet. Peace and love, guys.